Tola, Tola is always good,
About to become a grandfather.
What it was one of May 27th. That is Children's Day now. So May child, May grandfather be. Well, we have them here on the door, and then our conversation this morning. Wherever you are, this is Oluyole FM. You're welcome. Conversation.
Well, it's a very good morning, and you are still very much on to Oluyole 98.5 FM on the stables of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Welcoming you to conversation this Thursday morning, the 14th day in the month of May 2026. Well, conversation, just in case you are tuning in for the very first time, here is where we bring you stories making the major headlines in the dailies, and we do our best to give you top-notch analysis, and in due course we invite you to be a part of our little talk show where together we try to understand and make sense of those major events unfolding around our dear country, our nation, and our world, as reported by the dailies. That is why the program is called Conversation, and our thoughts, views, and opinions is what you will be hearing from us as presenters and analysts, and not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Of course, we are networking on Okeogoro FM 96.3, our sister station in Alaga in the Okeogoro of the state, Agility FM Gambari Obumocho on the 92.1 FM dial. No one beats our reach all over this great state. Yes, we are there. Beyond the state, we are there. Beyond the shores of Nigeria, we are there. Live streaming, Facebook and YouTube, precisely at BCOS. Let's latch on from any part of the world, and you are on to conversation. Once again, wherever you are listening across the world, you are welcome. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi, and also live streaming Oluyole 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. You meet us there. Bimbo Akombi is my name once again, and the program is Conversation. Like Tola said, stories make the rounds across the country and beyond the shores of the country. Now, stories from here. We have the Vanguard and, well, sparingly the Punch and of course the Tribune.
Right, I have a banner headline before me here, and what looks like a big one for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. It says ex-Minister of Power, Maman Saleh, jailed 75 years over 33 billion naira fraud.
How old is he?
I don't know, but I saw pictures of him, and he looked to me like an old man. Maybe someone in his topmost in his 70s already.
I'll have to spend 75 years, but of course I'm sure that it will run concurrently.
Before we go into the story, there's a snag, Bimbo. The man is not in the country. He was sentenced in absentia.
So
it says the judge orders Interpol security agencies to arrest him anywhere. Meanwhile, the FCC has arrested the Energy Commission DG over alleged 500 billion naira money laundering. Well, I guess these are some of the principalities and powers mentioned bogging down progress in the revitalization of the power sector that the anti-graft agencies are now moving in on them. Well, it looks like a slow and painstaking exercise, but maybe this is a good start. But meanwhile, let's just read some excerpts from the story to see exactly what this is all about. Now, Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Wednesday sentenced former Minister of Power Saleh Maman to a total of 75 years imprisonment on a 12-count charge of money laundering to the tune of 38.8 billion naira linked to the Zungeru and Mambila hydroelectric power projects preferred against him by the federal government. Now, the trial judge, Justice James Omotosho, handed down the sentence after finding Maman, who was absent in court, guilty on all the 12-count charges of conspiracy and money laundering brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Justice Omotosho said that the absence of the ex-minister in court on Wednesday and on the last adjourned date was a deliberate attempt to stop the wheel of justice. The judge who agreed with the EFCC's lawyer, Rosemary Oyedepo SAN, that though the defendant was not in court, the provisions of Administration of Criminal Justice Act ACJA 2015 gives the court the power to proceed with sentencing, held that Maman cannot claim to have suffered a miscarriage of justice. The judge consequently sentenced the convict to 7 years imprisonment in counts 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 without an option of fine. So, not even plea bargaining. Justice Omotosho also sentenced him to a 3-year jail term in count 4 with an option of fine of a 10 million and 2 years imprisonment in count 5 without an option of fine. The judge ordered that the sentence shall run consecutively, said this shall commence from the date of his arrest. He therefore ordered all security agencies in and outside the country, including the Interpol, to arrest Maman anywhere he is cited, and it should be handed over to the Nigerian Correctional Services for his jail term. Okay, the story doesn't conclude categorically that Mr. Maman is out of the country, but I think it is being speculated that it could be at large, that he is outside the country. Meanwhile, the judge said something interesting here, Bimbo. He said that he says that the judge lambasted the convicted former minister of living large when he was minister at the expense of Nigerians, saying that his action was part of what is keeping Nigerians in darkness now. And a short after Mama was found guilty of the 12 counts charge and convicted accordingly, the prosecution counsel Oyedepo prayed the court to issue a warrant for the arrest of the convict who was absent in court when the judgment was delivered without any reason. Well, so it is suspected that the man is at large. Let's quickly take this commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more about this.
Almighty God said, it is not good for a man to be alone. He must have a companion. And God blessed them and said to them, breed and multiply and replenish the earth. Make the world better. That is the miracle of marriage. Now, we are happy to announce the political marriage of PDP and APM. That is going to usher in a new era, beneficial to all. We therefore invite all good people of Oyo State, all members of APM and PDP, our friends and associates, good citizens, to come and witness the formal declaration at the Unity Mega Rally, Ibadan 2026, Grand Alliance of People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Allied People's Movement, APM, on Thursday, 14th May 2026, at 10 a.m. prompt, at the iconic Makpo Hall, Ibadan. Come and see the new wonder of this great cassava farmer with umbrella protection. Surely the harvest is protected and assured, and everybody will prosper. Remember, Makpo Hall on Thursday, 14th May, 10 a.m. PDP and APM marriage. Be there.
Wake up. It's choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open, pour, and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Dano Choco 3-in-1. Taste it, love it. Dano Choco 3-in-1. I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Right, we're back, and there's still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Okay, if the ex-minister is indeed at large and is outside the country, well, if we were to be in the country, I don't think it'd be so difficult to apprehending him,
to pick him up.
But if he indeed is outside the country, the questions are okay. Someone like him who is facing such a high-profile corruption case, he should be under watch. The EFCC are supposed to keep their tabs on him So how come he was able to escape their radar? And if he is indeed outside the country, on what in situations like this, we know that his passport travel documents would have been confiscated.
Right.
So
He might have seen some handwritings on the wall, before this came up.
of course,
have
if
jetted out.
if he's deliberately at large, that means that he must have known where the case is going, and he must have been hinted that he was going to be sentenced. So I don't know, for them to no one seems to know where he is, so it means, of course, they must have done the needful. The anti-graft agencies, they must have been to his residence, they must have been to all addresses where it could possibly be. Then his phone contact, well, I don't know. But what is clear now is that no one knows his whereabouts from what we are reading here. So if he has indeed sneaked out of the country, I can begin to hazard a guess, my own personal thoughts here, as to where his destination could be. Maybe one of the countries that have been friendly to him, and where he has investments. And by investments, I mean where he has taken part of that stolen money, and that money would have been beneficial to that particular country. It could even be a Western nation.
Yes, it could be Western nation. It could be some of those Caribbean island nations.
The Western powers with their hypocrisy. But
yes.
I want to think, maybe me thinking aloud there, that if he's indeed outside the country, maybe he's in one of these Middle East countries.
Yes.
Maybe.
And what I feel again is that, for him to have been able to flee the country before this issue came up.
We are not yet sure if he has fled.
Well, if he had fled, yes. But I'm sure if he's still in the country, he would have been nabbed by now. Yes. Maybe he would have, gone for a long time, a long time before this case came up. And him now being, jailed 75 years, over 33.8 billion naira fraud.
I think he actually went missing from the last adjourned date, and then on the day of the judgment was to be passed. So that's when they didn't see him again. Well, and then Bimbo, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry again if I'm sounding pessimistic over these matters, but from past antecedents, I'm just wondering if he doesn't have friends in high places that would have guaranteed him that, okay, just go serve out a little time in prison, maybe not up to a year or two, and then you will be granted pardon. It happened, remember, the case of that former governor, I think Jonah Jang, and one other eminent Nigerian
former governor of Plateau
State. And they were both jailed. I've forgotten the name of the second person. They were both jailed, and towards election time, under this same Buhari administration, they were granted pardon because, well, they had electoral value actually, and the authorities then wanted to use them. So their influence to Ghana votes. So of course, a presidential pardon was already arranged, and they were asked to go and sin no more. They are walking free now. So I don't know if Mr. Maman actually saw that this might not work out for him. And another thing that usually happens, this plea bargaining, maybe he also saw that it wasn't going to happen in his own case. I guess maybe it's not on very good terms with the current political waters. Maybe the current waters are too hot for him. So he just has to leave, and just me thinking of all sorts of possibilities. Nothing is certain at this time until the man himself is cited and arrested as the judge has ordered. But another secret fear, and that inner fear, let me say inner fear that I have is that this may be the last we'll hear of this. And for a long time, and something happens again, and this just dies down, and people stop asking questions until maybe one day in the near future Mr. Maman surfaces again.
Yes, and that has just been the story of Nigeria, of Nigerians, whenever one issue comes up, especially with the rich, the mighty, those in governance.
I smell the rats, Bimbo. This mysterious disappearance.
Yes, that's why I said Ojo Lowonu. Yes, they will just say that. Most times you will not hear about the case if they are involved in financial fraud and criminal activities. You will not hear the case again after the court processes. and everybody will just be, moving around and going on with their lives.
In the meantime, Bimbo, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested the Director General of the Energy Commission of Nigeria, ECN, Mustafa Abdullahi, over alleged money laundering and fraud amounting to about 500 billion naira. Now, correspondents were reliably informed on Wednesday that he was already in the custody of the Anti-Graft Commission, adding that Abdullahi was arrested in Abuja and would at least spend the night in the Anti-Graft Agency. A source at the EFCC said that the commission boss was being investigated over alleged misconduct involving funds of an estimated sum of 500 billion naira. So I can confirm to you that in the Anti-Graft Agency has Abdullah in his custody. A source in the know said, adding that Abdullah is being investigated over alleged money laundering offences. He is currently in the custody of the commission and investigations are ongoing, the source said. So the masquerades are gradually being unmasked.
Unmasked.
The principalities and powers are being identified.
Principalities and powers of darkness.
Darkness in quotes.
Yes.
And I hope that Nigerians will be able to see the end of this. There are more like them, Bimbo.
Yes, another one is quite here now, is right here. Yes, talking about Buoku. I think you mentioned something about that. Talking about money laundering too. Court ordered seizure of ex-AGOF Buoku's assets. And it says a federal high court sitting in Abuja yesterday ordered seizure of property and funds in several bank accounts that were linked to a former acting accountant general of the Federation, Anamekwe Nwabuoku, who was earlier convicted and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Nwabuoku was found complicit in an 868.4 million naira fraud on March 23, and the court convicted him on the 9-count money laundering charge that was filed against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Meanwhile, in the ruling, Justice James Omotosho, the same judge there, granted an order for the convict's property and funds to be forfeited to the government, and funds in the different accounts contained in Schedule 1 of documents the Anti-Graft Agency attached to the forfeiture application include, if you add the amounts here, buy over 12 million in one Synergy Concept company, Zenith Bank account number 682 million naira. It goes on and on and on. If you start them really now to these amounts, people will feel that, so we have so much money in this country.
But that office, the office of the Accountant General of the Federation, sometimes I ask myself just how juicy that office happens to be, because for some time now, we've not had Accountant General of the Federation that have come out of that office on a clean slate.
Yes.
You open their babariga and you always find filth. I mean, I cannot begin to mention names, Bimbo. So, but back to what is happening in the power sector and in the energy sector now. I wish the same level of vigor will be diverted to the petroleum sector as well.
Yes.
Especially the so-called subsidy thieves that put us where we all are today. I mean, the subsidy thieves that could not be arrested, such that subsidy had to be removed, and we all Nigerians have to pay what we did not consume, have to pay back what did not consume by way of what we are now paying for petrol in the aftermath of subsidy removal. So I think it's time that we become realistic and we also tow that path as well. Let's have another commercial break. We'll be back.
Ìbàdàn kí ni so? Ẹ̀yin ará Ìbàdàn aláṣẹ òkè, ṣé ti múra sílẹ̀? People of Ìbàdàn, have you prepared yourselves? Láti Bodija Market títí dé University of Ìbàdàn, ìlú yìí máa gbóná fún ìgbádùn. From Bodija Market to the University of Ìbàdàn, this city will be lit for enjoyment. Ẹ̀yin oníṣòwò Bodija, a kí gbogbo ìsapá yín. Traders of Bodija will celebrate all your hard work. And to all the students of UI, this one now specially for Una, because the Razzle City Tour is officially pulling up with bold vibes. Get ready for music, games, dance, and pure enjoyment as Razzle brings cola, orange, and lemon, all available in the bold and refreshing 60cl bottle. Nibadan, Agbafe Ademogbadun. In Ibadan, we don't fake vibes. Ibadan fe bere gan. The enjoyment is about to begin. So prepare yourself because the city is about to light up with the full energy. Ibadan, your city, your vibe, your razzle. Razzle your world.
Conversation.
Yes, we are back, and the program is still conversation, and it's good to know you are still there. Bimbo, this one, federal government fixes June 17 for digital switch over. You know, this thing about digitization, full digitization of broadcasting.
Yes,
in Nigeria.
It has been you know, on for a long time.
Or for almost forever.
Yes, and we have not had anything.
I remember there was a very serious commitment during the, I think it was during the Buhari or even Jonathan and then the Buhari administration, and they were talking so much about it. Remember at that time that everyone was saying, every station must digitize, otherwise you would not be able to transmit or operate again. That was what they were telling us at that time. But then so many some years after, here we still have, but then this looks like another very serious commitment. But then what I gathered from my investigation and inquiries is that it's not as if stations that have not gone digital are going to be yanked off just like that, and they will not be able to transmit again. That it's going to be a gradual process. It's a national thing being done at the national level, so gradually you would begin to access the digital switchover. Says Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris has announced that Nigeria's long-awaited digital switchover DSO project is now fully ready for nationwide launch, describing it as a major milestone in President Bola Tinubu's reform agenda for the broadcast industry. The minister made this known during a tour of facilities at Naj Comsat, located at the Obasanjo Space Center on Wednesday, alongside the Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, Charles Ebuebu, and the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Naj Comsat, Jane Egerton Idehen. Now, describing the development as a turning point for Nigeria's broadcasting sector, the minister said, "I think this is a new dawn for our country." The promise that President Tinubu made to reform all sectors is now being seen in action in the broadcast industry. It is noted that after many years of delay, Nigeria is finally set to complete the transition from analog to digital broadcasting, adding that the DSO platform is scheduled for official commissioning on June 17, 2026. And they went on to list the benefits. And then maybe I'm wondering the fate of cable TV and then all these cable TV networks that we watch in our homes, decoders and all those. Because from this now, you are going to be able to watch multiple channels for free.
For free.
So
well, we hope and nothing comes in between. You know, all these people too, they have cabals. You understand? Naj Comsat, I think it is a representative of Naj Comsat that was talking here. Naj Comsat, we had always had Naj Comsat 1, 2, 3, and well, we don't know what is about them right now, but they want to face another one. We hope it is not another kind of, trying to, turn our heads around.
Sakamaji, like you always call it.
Yes.
But I think there's a real commitment this time around, and then the Minister of Information and National Orientation sounds so sure, and then is saying, why for that listing the benefits, is saying that this is going to bring a lot of advantages to broadcasters, viewers, and advertisers. If you are viewing any particular station, you know who is viewing, what they are watching, and how many people are watching. According to him, the new system will produce accurate audience measurement and analytics that will help advertisers and broadcasters make informed programming and investment decisions while improving content delivery to Nigerians.
Well, I'm not being pessimistic here. Yes, I hope it works, but don't let it be like the Air Nigeria saga. You remember, then our refineries that were working up to capacity, then we hope it will not be like that. I'm not being pessimistic here. I'm even happy that this is coming up from that angle, from that sector.
And in time, all stations will have to digitize.
Yes, I have this one here talking about some politics here. Presidency, Jonathan yet to pick up PDP nomination form. According to a source, he's still weighing options. And well, unless he's going to run on the platform of another opposition party, former President Goodluck Jonathan was yet to obtain the expression of interest and nomination forms of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as press time last night. And Jonathan, who is caught in the web of the leadership crisis ravaging the PDP, has been rejected by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike-backed faction, but accepted by the Tanimu Turaki-led bloc.
So, how much time does he still have to pick up the nomination form? When is the deadline?
Well, according to this story here, well, party sources told the Vanguard last night that the ex-president was yet to obtain the forms. About 9 support groups in the north reportedly vowed to purchase the forms, but none of them had done so at press time. And well, a lot of things have happened in the last few days. I won't tell you whether His Excellency is still running or not. Things will take proper shape in 2 days. It's all set. That means still have some days.
Let's just wait and see. And well, on your politics here, I will choose competence over party. Makinde on choice of successor. That was yesterday at the Oyo State 2026 Tourism Summit.
Yes.
And across party divide, Ekiti Governor Fayemi hails him on development agenda. Ex-Governor Fayemi was also invited and was at the summit yesterday. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has declared that competence and capacity rather than party affiliation will determine who succeeds him in office, stressing that the future of the state must be placed above partisan considerations. Now, Makinde made the statement during the 2026 Oyo State Tourism Summit held in Ibadan, where government officials, traditional rulers, investors, tourism stakeholders, and development experts gathered to discuss strategies for strengthening tourism and economic growth in the state. The governor emphasized continuity in governance, strong institutional frameworks, and long-term planning as critical factors for sustainable development. He said development can only be sustained when governments deliberately create systems capable of surviving beyond a single administration. And quoting him now, I am not looking at political party when it comes to the future of the state. Makinde said, what matters to me is competence, capacity, and the ability to move this state forward. We must place the interest of Oyo State above politics. So, well, for the politicians, I guess they should be the ones to be interpreting this statement. It could mean a lot of things.
Yes.
It could mean that we will be eventually be settling for a preferred successor, either from his party or outside the party. But then, if I am to look at things from my own perspective, these are certainly not the best of times for his own party. Talking about the infighting, talking about the wranglings, talking about the fractionalization of the party. So, and then time is running out. So this could be another reason Governor Seyi Makinde is, aside looking for a very competent person, this could be another reason Governor Seyi Makinde may be looking beyond his own political party for a worthy successor. So, well, we are told that he already has someone in mind, and that person has already been mentioned. But then, I guess we will have to wait until today's what do they call it now? They call it
the grand PDP APM
and a kind of
alliance, yes.
So maybe we wait for that confirmation to come directly from him. Talking about him settling for Mr. Bimbo Adekombi, but then I don't know Bimbo. I'm not very sure what is going to happen at that mega rally. I call it a mega rally, but then let's just wait and see.
Well, some crime stories here now. Well, US-based Nigerian doctor escapes death in Oyo mob attack. That story went so viral yesterday.
And that's the reason I'm always against jungle justice, no matter what. No matter what.
And well, the story here says
the man was nearly beaten to death.
Yes. A Nigerian medical doctor based in the United States of America, identified simply as Afolabi, narrowly escaped death after a mob attacked him over a false kidnapping allegation in Ibadan, Oyo State. And the incident, according to findings by Punch Metro on Wednesday, occurred on Monday around 2:30 p.m. at the second power line area, Oluyole, along the Oluyole Ido Road in Ido local government area of the state. It was gathered that the mob had already set the victim's Lexus RX 330 SUV ablaze before the arrival of police operatives. And two girls, identified as Deborah, 15, and Rebecca, 12, who were found inside the vehicle, were also taken into protective custody alongside the doctor for investigation. And confirming the incident in a statement issued in Ibadan on Wednesday, the Oyo State Police Public Relations Officer Olayinka Ayolade said the command received a distress call from residents alleging that a suspected kidnapper was about to be lynched by a mob. Well, that is why we say, misinformation sometimes does lead to this kind of development.
I wanted to dig a little further into the story, but if there is an explanation as to the reason the mob thought the man was a
kidnapper. Yes, that is what I'm saying too now. And well, it has been confirmed, but who is it that people are, I don't know, maybe he was being targeted by some groups or a particular individual.
No, it is very clear he's not a kidnapper.
He's not a kidnapper, yes.
The narrative I heard yesterday was that was in the car with two little kids and he was supposed to take them somewhere at the request of the parents of the kids, and that when he was stopped by some people that were suspicious, or maybe he was even stopped by at a police checkpoint, I don't know. So, and they were trying to ask the children that okay, who is this man to you? They said the children could neither speak English and they could also not speak Yoruba. So I'm wondering if a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old, well, I don't know, as it was as if the kids were, according to the narration I heard yesterday, before we're now reading the actual report, it was as if the kids were confused by the whole thing, little kids. The impression was that they were much younger than that, and that they could not, actually they were confused and could not see anything.
It's 15 and 12.
But then 15 and 12 could they have been so much that shocked that they would not be able to tell the mob that, although a narrate mob anyway. But then what I'm thinking here is that maybe a sign of the frustration of the times, maybe another way of reacting, not just thinking aloud here, to the present situation of things in the country. Hardship drives you to do a lot of things. So now the crowd, now they saw a man young man looking very comfortable, driving a Lexus Jeep, and then all of a sudden they get angry that for no reason at all, the man has not done anything wrong, the man has not offended them in any way. The judge said that they must vent their spleen on this particular man. It sometimes happens like that spontaneously. These are the kind of things we get. For me, I think since that thing went viral, I think that should help the police. Everyone involved in that act must be arrested, and they must be duly punished, and they must also pay for that Lexus vehicle that they bought. Let's have another commercial timeout. We'll be back.
Almighty God said, "It is not good for a man to be alone. He must have a companion." And God blessed them and said to them, "Breed and multiply and replenish the earth. Make the world better." That is the miracle of marriage. Now, we are happy to announce the political marriage of PDP and APM. That is going to usher in a new era, beneficial to all. We therefore invite all good people of Oyo State, all members of APM and PDP, our friends and associates, good citizens, to come and witness the formal declaration at the Unity Mega Rally, Ibadan 2026, Grand Alliance of People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Allied People's Movement, APM, on Thursday, 14th May 2026, at 10 a.m. prompt, at the iconic Makpo Hall, Ibadan. Come and see the new wonder of this great cassava farmer with umbrella protection. Surely the harvest is protected and assured, and everybody will prosper. Remember, Makpo Hall on Thursday, 14th May, 10 a.m. PDP and APM marriage. Be there.
Wake up. It's Choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open for and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Choco 3-in-1. Taste it, love it. Choco 3-in-1. I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Conversation.
Yes, the program is still Conversation on OLUYOLEFM 98.5 in Ibadan. Yes, through the phone lines now. For that, gunmen killed pregnant woman, husband in Plateau community. And something about Ondo State here. Police uncover bodies of 2 residents in Ondo Bush. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Calling from Oluyole Kingdom.
It's all you, Mr. Joe Mankiel.
Yes, God bless you. Yes, the name that you want to remember the other time, Mr. Trevor, that was granted amnesty the other time.
Yes.
I mean, that year or whatever, the Reverend Tanko Jolin Yame of
Yame,
Yes, Jolin Yame.
And Jonah Django.
Yes, the issue of talent, 75 years in prison. If I thought he was apprehended, it may not be the one that we serve in prison. Maybe they may exchange, they may be abroad and serving the prison. You know, that is Nigeria for you. My brother, have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I don't really understand what he meant by that.
What he's saying is that some of these things that we suspect happens and sometimes confirmed that when eminent people are jailed, they are not the ones that serve the jail time. Somebody goes to jail on their behalf. There's an arrangement, and maybe the person goes to jail for just a few years, and then the person is paid while they continue to remain at large.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
I'm Gideon. I'm calling from Holland.
It's all right, sir.
That story that you read, that further was, is somehow complicated. I think they said it was stopped by the security of Polytechnic Ibadan, and then he tried to run. When he saw that those children could not answer properly, I think those children were meant for Omodo, for those parent children. Maybe some of them in their hand. So he was trying to take those children to his own mom. So when the man started asking the question, what he was saying was not what the children, the children could not speak and all that. Then later he tried to run away from this thing, and he was pursued by the Okada people. So that was his offense. Run when you know you have not committed anything. So he tried to run, he was scared, so he ran away from. And like that, whenever you try to, they always think you are trying to hide something. So you cannot properly blame all these people. Anger in the land and all that. We saw all these things that have been happening. So the police should know what to do and all that. So on the issue of electricity and power, one thing is, I think by now, the Honorable Minister should have been having consultative meetings with stakeholders, and they should be hearing meetings by now. So if he knows what he's doing. So, but I think they always think they can go there and just say things and go back again. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But in cases like that American-based doctor, when things like that happens, so many versions, just come up. Some will say this, some will say that, but at least he was saved. And there are investigations. After investigations, we will know what really happened. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's you, Michael. What's it, sir?
Okay.
Yes, it seems me that people can just understand what you mean. We have to explain to him briefly. But what I mean is this, that CIP doesn't serve data in this country. It's what we know. Very important person. They don't serve the timing. But so, that was why I used to call for, or I used to be an advocate of capital punishment in this country, Nigeria. Like that is your country, China. So let there be capital punishment in this country. So that then we wake up with the time. God bless you.
Well, Mr. Ojumakel, if you introduce capital punishment for corruption in this country, I dare say 85% of the political class would have to be killed. And I don't, honestly, I don't know how you want to cope with that.
Yes, 07055551985 or 08055009850 are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
This is communication from Oluyole.
It's all you come with.
See, if someone is somehow skeptical about this country, that person is like 50% or even 60% justified. But this time around, under this dispensation, I don't know another one. Under this dispensation, I'm sure this person that have been convicted will be the real person that will serve the data, because this administration meant business. What people are saying that they used to arrange some people to be in prison for some big weeks. Yes, it may be true, but I used to say something that since in the past we have been practicing oligarchy.
Joshua from Elebu.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Abolam Tabimbo.
Good morning.
My name is Abel Fabu.
Good to have you, sir.
Yeah, very good morning to you, sir. I still familiar with it. Now, our problem in Nigeria is more than petrol subsidy tip, so that's all I put it. Do you know what is actually happening by now? Nigeria is trading fuel oil in the national market. The price of crude oil is high. These people are even gaining from that war in Iran. Have you heard them saying anything about it? Do you even know that even when the price of this crude oil in the national market goes down, the contract is what we have in Nigeria? And at the same time, they take our crude oil outside Nigeria. Our crude oil is one of the finest in the world. Being a light crude oil that can easily be refined. And they sell it and they will now buy inferior petroleum into our country. And even the so-called fresh subsidy thing is their own making. They deliberately did it, and by now, do you imagine that Nigeria is even refining oil in Niger, over there, so as deliberately to make money for some cabals, which is ongoing. It's a very complex thing, much more than what you are talking about. And these are the makers, even including the current president that we have now. And if they wish, it is the only people that can see Nigeria of all this kind of economic bandit. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
But definitely, those you are talking about will not legislate against themselves. They are the ones in the corridors of power, and they determine who becomes the leader of this country. Let's have another commercial timeout. We'll be back.
Ìbàdàn kí ni so? Ẹ̀yin ará Ìbàdàn aláṣẹ òkè, ṣé ti múra sílẹ̀? People of Ibadan, have you prepared yourselves? Láti Bodija Market títí dé University of Ibadan, ìlú yìí máa gbóná fún ìgbádùn. From Bodija Market to the University of Ibadan, this city will be lit for enjoyment. Ẹ̀yin oníṣòwò Bodija, a kí gbogbo ìsapá yín. Traders of Bodija will celebrate all your hard work. And to all the students of UI, this one now specially for Una, because the Razzle City Tour is officially pulling up with bold vibes. Get ready for music, games, dance, and pure enjoyment as Razzle brings cola, orange, and lemon, all available in the bold and refreshing 60cl bottle. Nibadan, Agbafe Ademobadon. In Ibadan, we don't fake vibes. Ibadan fe bere gan. The enjoyment is about to begin. So prepare yourself, because the city is about to light up with the full energy. Ibadan, your city, your vibe, your razzle. Razzle your world.
Yes, we are back, and it's still conversation, and we are still taking phone calls.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Alaji Jima from Apata.
Good to have you, Alaji.
If they really do that capital punishment was given to the people, they will serve them as the target to others. Look at Uganda, a minister that saved the money was put out naked, beating him. That is really bad when we serve with them to others. You see them riding, getting from 500 million. Now they want to do a presidential reform. 500 million. When people are suffering, dying in silence.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
At NUCVC signed performance contract on $65 million World Bank project.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, Pastor Moses Abande.
Okay.
Please, enlighten me. I did not understand this. I'm speaking at Akubo. Enlighten me. They say terrorists they take control for 8 seats in Nigeria. Are we saying only the election? Number one. Number two, make our government go back to northern region, western region, and eastern region. Share the country into 3 parts. Kaduna will be a country outside, Enugu and Ibadan. So, make our country, where are we going actually? Where are we going? We're not getting anything. We don't accept country Nigeria. Number 4, number 3. My brother, I thank you so much. God bless you. You did there for me and other people to hear what is happening for Nigeria. Many things are going back. No enjoyment, no control, nothing.
All right, thank you. I think you've made your point. Suggesting his own brand of restructuring as a solution to the problems of Nigeria. But then, if you ask us to go back to the days of the region, things have a lot of water has passed under the bridge, and things are no longer the way they were at that time. And then you must also know that mutual suspicions have grown even within the individual ethnic nationalities. Thank you for your thoughts anyway, and check your time is 7:30. We have to go. Been an interesting time on conversation, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. And of course, Spotted Beats is next.
Oluyole.
Oluyole.
Oluyole 98.5 FM.